The Skies from Blade Runner 2049, The Book of Eli, and The Road are eerily similar to what I saw today and many times recently. Now, driving home from Austin, looking at all the dispersants of the stratospheric aerosol injections, and even during a blue sky day where you don't see those chemtrails, the blocking of the sun, the seeding of clouds, it's not that deep blue that it used to be. Now, I had an expert on the show recently named Ray that was a contractor for NASA, an engineer. He's very well educated. He spent thousands of dollars on equipment that shows the data on a specific link, a specific part of the ozone, and his data shows that within 7 years, people will not be able to grow crops outside. And many films project the same archetype. It's very frightening in my opinion. This is one of the biggest apocalyptic scenarios that I can think of, having no ozone, or an ozone that's been depleted so much that the sun looks white. I think oftentimes, see, here's one thing interesting. Maybe the sun is changing, but the sun looks so much brighter than it used to, and I feel that's because the ozone's been depleted by about 76%, certain parts of the stratosphere. And I'm going to share that data with you in a moment. A bill was recently presented to the House, Rhode Island, and they say that 76% in this bill, 76% of the stratosphere has been destroyed because of these global cooling mechanisms and dispersants that are being spread around the globe, up to 20 times around the entire planet, attempting to cool the Earth, mimicking a volcanic eruption of great magnitude. So this is the article that I'd recommend looking at. If you go to forums.leakproject.com, this is titled "Sky Looks Like the Scorched Earth" from Book of Eli. Scientist warns 7 years away. Here's the video. If you can watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/clandestine time lord, or you can just click the link here on the page. If you don't want to search for it, I've got over 1,400 podcasts via Leak Project. Many of those are available on YouTube. Many of those are exclusive to leakproject.com, downloadable, streamable. You can, download it on your phone, listen to it later. But the bill, oh yeah, let me tell you a little bit more about Ray. And let me show you the data. This is the data directly from his website. The link will be in the video description box. It's too long to tell you now. And this is showing different timelines. So this is February. I just showed you November 19th. And I don't know what this means. I'm going to have Ray explain it to us next time he comes on the show, which is going to be soon. The state of Rhode Island and General Assembly. This is the bill that was introduced, the Geoengineering Act of 2017, introduced by Representative Justin Price, House Environment and Natural Resources. Describes geoengineering as the manipulation of the environment via nuclear, biological, chemical, electromagnetic, or other physical agent activities that change the Earth's atmosphere and or surface. Now, they want to license it. They want to say, okay, if you're going to do it, you need a license. So, of course, it'll be more money for the state. Yet it will create more regulations, which I think is a good thing. Look at some of the stuff they do. Salt flare rockets fired into clouds. Solar radiation management, geoengineering activities. Aerial releases of water vapor, producing man-made cloud cover. They also use a lot of aluminum oxide. They use rockets, aircraft, drones, large balloons, space sunshades or sun shields, parasol-like devices, space nets, sulfur dioxide, reflective particulates, aluminum oxide. I've seen this going on for years. I remember in 2013, they were spraying so heavily in Colorado Springs, I could see these things falling from the sky with my polarized sunglasses on. I gave them to my coworkers on the walk that we were doing, and they could see the same thing. They're like, this is crazy. I said, yeah, welcome to the New World Order where they love us so much. Planetary sunshades, these largest of SRMs, use particulates to cover over time the whole Earth, stripping the ozone layer by as much as 76%. That's disgusting. That's terrible. That's not acceptable. I will not assimilate. No. Abracadabra. You do not have permission. Artificial ionosphere, a sustained high-density plasma cloud produced in the Earth's upper atmosphere. Helium balloons. Rocket emissions include water vapor, greenhouse gas. Ocean fertilization by iron or lime seeding. Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. Ocean sequestration, nanu, which processes detrimental artificial algae blooms from pollutants in the ocean. But it's all out of love. Genetically modified CO2-eating plastic trees, glacier-reflecting blanket deployment, land-based and ocean-based carbon opportunities. Well, they want Book of Eli. They want that future. They want the future of the road, don't they? I hope not. I really hope not. Unless, maybe, they don't need this type of physical. This is what the ozone is. It's a form of oxygen, if you don't know about it, containing 3 oxygen atoms that is unstable. I put together a pretty good article that I'd recommend going through. Pretty quick read with Cliff Notes. Forums.leakproject.com. If you're already a member at leakproject.com and you go to forums.leakproject.com, that is a separate site. So when you log in, you need to set up a new membership. Or I'm just getting, this is just getting put together here. So there might be a couple glitches. But somebody said, hey, I would love to be a member. I want to start leaving stuff on the forum, but I just don't have $50 right now to be a premium member. I said, you don't need that. So it's free. Leave as much information as you want. Opinions, keep it legit, keep it real, and help save the world. Why not? Everybody should do it. There's enough people out there that aren't doing it. I also want to thank everybody that's helped support Leak Project. I want to thank everybody that's hit that super chat button during the live shows. I've got a 24-hour live event on the horizon. It's going to be exciting. I brought this up before, and I've been working out the quirks. I think I've got enough put together now that within the next several weeks, we will have a 24-hour live show. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of people on the broadcast. Now, radiation levels today have been fluctuating from 0.08 up to 0.16. Moving up and down, nothing too crazy. Let's go back and take a look. I want to look at the data again from November 19th. This is from November 19th. This is showing the UV data, 250 to 300 nanometers. Not nanos, but nanometers. Nanometers. All right. I'm divagating. See, like right now, the radiation levels are at 0.11 microsieverts per hour. We just look at it. Thank goodness I have a custom-made tinfoil duct-taped biocosmic energy sensor hat on. And thank goodness I get my colostrum from getthetea.com. I love this stuff. I imagine a force field around me oftentimes. And you see these particulates falling from the skies, and you're just, oh, wait. Look at that data. We just look at it, November 19th, 250 to 300 nanometers. That's what I meant to show you. Now, remember, Ray's going to be back on soon, and he's going to be able to explain to us what that actually means. So it's going to be fun to have him on the show. Remember, he was a contractor for NASA, very intelligent. He's put together, I think, over $7,000 in his own monies on equipment to track this stuff. And he's saying this is the spectrum that we need to be aware of, because if this spectrum goes, if something happens to this area of the ozone, then that will link to crops not being able to grow outside. And then I'm thinking of these giant companies like Monsanto that profit off of geoengineering and genetically modifying organisms. Imagine them creating crops that are resistant yet very bad for you, yet they create a turd. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck in your digestive tract. And then they patent it to where it can only be grown if you buy it from them, and it's really not good for you anyway. So it's like a catch-22. Not even a catch-22, it's beyond. It's just another sick treat that they might offer to you for your protection. Is it really your protection, though? Then they'll just offer you those new pills. Like, you don't conform, you don't want to follow their orders. Like, you must take these pills then because you have a mental disorder. And then these pills are going to have those grain-sized sensors, so they'll know if you take them, because once it hits your stomach acid, then it sends that Wi-Fi signal back to source, back to the stupid phone app as well. But it's all out of love. Thank goodness for the new world order, ladies and gentlemen. Forums.leakproject.com. Also, become a premium member at leakproject.com because it's awesome. And because you want to be the change that you want to see. The Skies from Blade Runner 2049, The Book of Eli, and The Road are eerily similar to what I saw today and many times recently. Now, driving home from Austin, looking at all the dispersants of the stratospheric aerosol injections, and even during a blue sky day where you don't see those chemtrails, the blocking of the sun, the seeding of clouds, it's not that deep blue that it used to be. Now, I had an expert on the show recently named Ray that was a contractor for NASA. Project the same archetype. It's very frightening in my opinion. This is one of the biggest apocalyptic scenarios that I can think of, having no ozone, or an ozone that's been depleted so much that the sun looks white. I think oftentimes, see, an engineer, he's very well educated, he's spent thousands of dollars on equipment that shows the data on a specific link, a specific part of the ozone, and his data shows that within 7 years, people will not be able to grow crops outside. And many films, here's one thing interesting. Maybe the sun is changing, but the sun looks so much brighter than it used to, and I feel that's because the ozone's been depleted by about 76%, certain parts of the stratosphere. And I'm going to share that data with you in a moment. A bill was recently presented to the House, Rhode Island, and they say that